Hey guys, so I'm off work, so we're gonna go pick up my Type R wing today and hopefully get it installed. It's gonna be something that's finally long coming. So I got a replica and I was kind of in between whether getting one with a third brake light or not. There's a couple of things that pushed me towards a non-third brake light version. One, the OEM one doesn't have a third brake light, so even if it did, it would be very obvious that it was a replica. And then two, sometimes the LEDs aren't so great and they go out, or you have like they start like building up water because like the seal isn't 100%. So I just figured to avoid all that and just to have it more OEM looking, I was just gonna go with the regular non-LED one. So that means that to get a third brake light onto my car, since currently I have a GSR spoiler, I'm gonna have to wire in a high mount third brake light from like an LS or something, which I do have. I got the wires, I got the tools, I got the butt crimps. We just have to actually get it on, so that'll be fun. So I'll do that, and as well I'll obviously install the wing, and hopefully it'll be a nice clean look, and hopefully it fits. I tried to buy one that said it fit, or like had reviews that said it fit, so hopefully it fits and doesn't give us any issues. So let's go pick it up. So I just picked up the wing. It's freaking huge. I could barely fit it in the back. I had to fold down my rear seat, but it's there. We got it. So now we're gonna head home and start putting it on. I think I have to really do my light first, my third brake light. I don't want to drive around without a third brake light, even though in the province of British Columbia, where I live, it's technically not illegal to drive without a third brake light. The only rule that it applies to is new cars being sold in the province need to have a third brake light, but you don't have to drive with one. You can go out, you can be missing it. But I'm not willing to take any chances with the cops, really. I'd rather just not attract attention to myself and just, be as straight as narrow as possible. So, I mean, it's cheap to do. It's like $10 in materials with a wire and the crimpers that you need, and then just the light itself. If you can find one off a junkyard, I got mine for $20 off a guy. I mean, it's worth doing. It's really not that hard. The hardest thing you got to do is kind of figure out how you got to mount it. You got to use, from what I've heard, basically any double-sided tape that's not 3M, it'll fall off. People have used suction cups, Velcro adhesives. Generally it has to be something that's heat resistant, because if it's on the hatch, if the sun's beating down on it, it'll start kind of heating up, and if it melts the adhesive, then it's going to fall out. So a lot of people have tried different things. So I think what I'm going to do is try some 3M double-sided tape. I do have some left over from my lip install. So I'm going to try using that and see how that holds up. Hopefully I don't have any issues. Some people report, having it on for with no problem. Others have it fall off after a while. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's head home. I'm excited. Alright guys, so I double checked the listing on eBay, and I'm 100% sure that it doesn't even show the light. There's pictures of the spoiler itself. It doesn't show a light anywhere. So that kind of sucks, but I think I'm still just gonna go with the third brake light. I think I'm just not gonna wire in the LED. The LED housing is pretty dark, so you can't even tell that it has one really. Anywhere unless you look really closely. So I think I'm just gonna stick with the third brake light that I have. I don't think it's worth returning. It's gonna be a huge hassle to return it, because I have to pack it up and stuff and send it back and whatnot, and then wait for the right one. But I think I'm just gonna, this is fine, this will do. We're just gonna not gonna wire in the third brake light over there, so that's fine, no big deal. Alright, let's see what this looks like on the car. Hey guys, I already got the panel off the top here, so it's really easy. All you have to do is get a flathead screwdriver. I recommend starting kind of on this corner, is where I could fit it in, and then you just start pulling. Just pull, 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 pull. There's 11 clips, I think, so there's 3 on each side, and then 5 along the top, which would be the far end, further in end. So once you get that out, you'll also have to pull these out. These just pull off like that. So you pull those small ones, those two small ones first, and then this comes out. So this will just fall. It's actually a little heavy, so be careful. So yeah, once that's done, and then for the spoiler itself, I've already loosened them. So this two 10mm nuts on each side. So there's two here and two there, and so I've already loosened them, so they're 10 mils. So once those are loose, the spoiler can just come off. So I'm just gonna lower this a bit and then start working on it by hand, and I'll take it off. All right, guys. So the bolts are off. So nothing's holding the spoiler around now. So I'm just gonna close this, and then hopefully it just lifts up. So on this side, it's a little bit of a pull. So it's actually kind of just gummed on here. So I'll just kind of give it a push, and then I'll loosen that up. And same thing with this side. Just give it a push, and it should come out, but obviously not completely because we still have the third brake light connected. So I'm gonna just stop recording for a bit before I just break this. Give me a second, guys. All right, so I'm having some issues with the driver's side. This side came out fine, like I just lift it and it just comes out. But this side is just not budging for some reason. I mean, I'm sure I took the bolts out. There's absolutely nothing that should be holding it on. I mean, the bolts are out, obviously, here, and then, I mean, inside, I don't think I see anything either. Do you guys see anything? What's that? Some kind of plug or something there. This white thing there. That's what's not letting me take out the wing. Which is weird, because I don't think that should be there. Guys, so we actually found the issue, so I'm gonna play with the flash here so you guys can see what I'm dealing with. So it's that thing there. It turns out that I need a 10mm wrench, so you just kind of get the wrench in there, and then you just, yeah, like this. You get the wrench in there and you take it out. I don't have a 10mm wrench. I only have fucking Imperial this thing. So I'm gonna see if this works. Unlikely. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to get a 10mm wrench from somebody. But yeah, that stupid thing just put a halt to our plans. Nothing that I looked up mentioned it, so I'm not quite sure why nobody ever in any video or guide or anything talked about that stupid thing. But yeah, I would have been more prepared if I had known about it. So if I can't get it out, I'll just with this, I'll just grab a 10mm wrench from somewhere else, and then continue once I can get it out. Hey guys, so actually the next day, so I finally got this thing loose enough. So it's actually just a 10mm that you need to go in there and just go into the wrench and just twist it off. It's super tedious, super annoying, but I have successfully removed the wing. So that's that white thing there that not all Integras have, but for whatever reason mine does. So and then the other side is already done. Well, actually, it just needs to take out the light, but I'll do that in a second. So yeah, that's how you get rid of that if you have that stupid white thingy. Super annoying, but yeah. So next step, we're gonna flip this over, and then we're gonna disconnect the light, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. So I got the light off. I got the GSR wing, and oh my lord, what is this? So it's actually been a couple of days. I got so into the process of putting the wing on that I kind of just forgot to record, but I'll explain to you guys exactly what happened. So so after I got the wing off, I had some issues because I actually thought that right at the housing of the GSR spoiler LED housing, or the light housing, I thought that that's where the clip would be. So in my haste, I didn't think that it actually pulled out, so I actually ended up cutting the wires here, right at the right where it goes, this connects into the LED housing, the light housing on the GSR spoiler. I didn't realize that just pulls out. I was expecting to see a clip there, such as like this one, for instance. Originally I thought this was a third brake light, but this is actually the trunk activator. or actuator. The clip is actually where this orange thing is actually in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's in there. So the clip is right here. So it actually clips onto this, and then so it clips here, and then it comes up, splices into here, and then yada yada. So this whole thing is actually like this whole thing that trails all the way around now is part of the GSR spoiler. So I got a little anxious, and I ended up cutting it. It's actually not a big deal because the entry for that is actually not useful for anything. It's not useful for the third brake light. The third brake light clip is here. So what I need to do is get this clip off, cut this wire, and then splice it, and then extend it so it goes down, and I guess over here where the third brake light would sit. So anyway, so yeah, I was a little anxious, and I cut this off. I could possibly still wire the Type R brake light in. I'm still undecided. I'll figure out and see how hard the high mount one is from the LS. But anyway, so I did all that, took the spoiler off, and I test fitted the Type R one, and it was really short. I will try and show a picture, maybe like right now when I'm not doing anything useful on the video, but it was really short. It basically lined up. If the holes are here, it was basically here. And I thought it wasn't gonna line up. I was super mad, and I was like, oh man, it's not gonna fit. So I basically gave up for the day. Then my friend said that I posted a picture to my friend, and he said that's about where his lined up, and all you had to do was really just pull on it, and it will stretch to where to their holes. The holes on the spoiler itself, like the spacing between the two holes on the same side, were good, but it just seemed like the spoiler was a little short. But yeah, I actually managed to get a coworker to help me. He stretched it. I held one end, and he just pulled on the other, and we got it to the holes to match up. And it fit. It actually fit surprisingly well. So for my car, there's actually two holes. There's this hole here for the LED harness that, the light harness, the third brake light harness from the GSR spoiler that all tags have. But then my car also, if you guys remember, has that white clip, and that actually came out in this hole here. I just put tape on it for now because I had to figure out what size plug I needed to buy for that. It ended up being a 1/2-inch plug for this hole here. So other than that, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was just annoying because I had to basically break it to work over a couple of days. I ended up getting a little anxious with the LED, the light on the GSR spoiler. Got a little annoying, but hey, that's me. But yeah, it was pretty good. It came out pretty well. I'm happy with it. The only thing is the third brake light. So right now I'm not running with a third brake light. In my province, it's not mandatory to have a third brake light. It says you may. So right now I'm technically legal, but I would still rather put a third brake light on this. Either the wings LED, which you can barely tell has a housing. That's why I ended up keeping it, even though it did have an LED. It's like right there. You can't really tell. Or just actually trying to get the third brake light from the LS setup. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so yeah, that's the conclusion to this video. Sorry it was a little anticlimactic. You guys couldn't see the struggle. Try to be better with recording stuff next time, but yeah, ended up working okay. First I got a little anxious and a little jumpy, but it came out okay. So yeah, pretty happy with this one. And that's the story for you guys. Once again, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm sorry that I didn't get all the footage that I should have gotten. I got a little jumpy, I got a little anxious, I got ahead of myself. Lesson learned, but luckily the wing worked out. I think it looks good. It doesn't look perfect for sure, but I think it looks more than good enough. So once again, the third brake light, I'll try to figure that out and see which one I'd rather use. The only thing that the gripe I guess that I have on using the LED wing, on the Type R wing, is that I'd have to run the wire in somehow, and that would possibly lead to leaks and stuff. So I want to really keep it internal. So I'm gonna try and use the LS third brake light that I have. It's actually see if I can grab it. It's actually right here. So this is the light that I'll be using, that I want to use stock. So this is a clip So you see here, this clip here is what you connect it to, which I believe is what I showed you guys. That's right under the metal panel under the trunk. So hopefully I'll 100% make a video on how I do that. It's not a common mod, but I feel like it's something that a lot of people should know how to do with getting a Type R spoiler. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, what I did manage to show, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it a lot. Follow me on Instagram. It'll appear right here at @jurdo.dc4, and I'd appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys for the support. I know a few of you guys have been really supporting me and giving me good feedback. I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.